Hello, everyone. Good evening. Rose here. So, tonight I would like to react to a video compilation that was put together by a channel called Knock Knock It's Karma. Knock Knock It's Karma has been doing a series on Chantal relating to the seven deadly sins and how Foodie Beauty, she embodies every single one of them. So Knock Knock It's Karma has been compiling clips showing how she pretty much composed of the seven deadly sins. And the one that I want to cover tonight that Chantal definitely embodies is wrath. Wrath is one of the seven deadlies. And anyone that's watched Chantal for more than 5 minutes knows that she is certainly full of wrath. She's a wrathful, vengeful person, and she will stop at nothing to wreak her vengeance on you if she feels that she's been wronged somehow, even if she's the one that's done the wrong. So I would like to bring up Knock Knock It's Karma's video so you guys can hear and see everything. And I will leave a link in the description for the video for anybody that wants to check out the video. Sub up to Knock Knock It's Karma, leave a comment, leave a like over there. I certainly encourage that. And don't be frightened. There's a reason why I have the freeze frame on this picture. Because as I was watching this video put together by Knock Knock It's Karma, and when I saw this freeze frame come up, I just had a thought that if there was a way for a person to look into a mirror and see a reflection of their own soul, what it would look like what's going on inside your soul. If Chantal could look into a soul mirror and see a reflection of her soul, this is what would look back at her. This is what the reflection of her soul would look like. This is definitely her. This is wrath. That wrathful, evil, spoiled, rotten soul will be looking back at her and screaming. So I didn't freeze the frame on that just to scare y'all, and if it does, I'm sorry. But just when I saw this picture, that's the thought that came to mind. That if somebody could look into their own soul, and if Chantal could look into her own soul, this is the picture that would be staring back at her. And how frightening is that? So with that said, let's go on to the video. And you know what, Sala? I don't know if you'll ever hear this video. I don't know if you'll ever see it. But regardless, if you and Chantal have a business deal in place, it's strictly professional. Understand that even if she comes at you and says, this is strictly a professional thing, it's no big deal, we're cool. Chantal, she says one thing and then she does another. She'll say, oh, it's strictly professional, but she tends to fall in love with her eyes and not with her common sense. And if she gets attached to you, Sala, and I believe she will, and if you do not reciprocate her feelings, that's when you're going to see that deadly sin of wrath come out of her. So let's watch the video by Knock Knock It's Karma and see the many examples of Chantal and wrath.
Careful.
Oops, there's okay, we're just cut out. I don't know about the music. Knock knock, I'm gonna have to cut it out. What's got horns, huh? Oh, here we go. Fruit flies and cat fur don't change their color or transparency. Ooh, so true. So true.
Blah 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 blah. My DNA. Blah 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 blah. My DNA.
Blah 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 blah. My DNA.
And she's so childish when she's trying to get the one up on people. She resorts to playground stuff when she thinks she's doing something. It's so sad, it's comical. nanny, nanny, boo boo, kind of that kind of stuff. Wrath, lust, anger, and greed are the three doors to hell. Well, I think Chantal has a permanent hotel key to all three doors. I think she owns property there. A permanent rental with all three doors.
When we weren't allowed to talk, my jizz infected mattress that you now have. You can
Ew.
wash it all you want. When we screwed on it, there was no sheet on it. It came off because I was moving around a lot. You know,
Yeah, I doubt that, Chantal. Girl, you've already told us that you're the starfish queen. What do you mean you're moving around a lot? The last time I checked, starfish are not that athletic. You know, starfishing means you're very, how can I say this politely? I don't want to gross anybody out. When you're starfishing, you're very passive and you're very quiet and you're not moving much. So what do you mean, like you're being all kinds of active? You don't have that much stamina.
made the sheets come off, and then I had my hands on your headboard, and I finished all over your fucking purple bed. I loved it. So her $4,000 mattress, unless she gets a new one, will always have my DNA on it. Haha,
That's
I
so
ruined her
gross.
mattress. Na, 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 na.
Blah, 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 blah. My DNA on your purple mattress. My
The irony of this video, like how many months Chantal and Natter went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And Natter was over there saying, I want her to go away. I want her to leave me alone. And then Chantal did. She stopped talking about Natter and she started talking exclusively about Sala. And then Natter just won't stop talking about her. And it's not as if Natter is talking about Chantal because he loves her. It's because he knows without linking himself to Chantal, his channel's going to die. Because why else would anybody watch him? It's not because of the food, it's not because of the cooking. Uh, it's because of Chantal. Without Chantal, his channel is just basically dead in the water.
Fool me twice and you're an enemy. I'm your enemy. Vendetta. Wanted it, shame.
I like abusing my viewers. Like how? How am I abusing you? That's what I'm saying. Like how am I responsible for that? For how you feel? How am I responsible for how you feel? So anything I vent about is like abusive to you guys or what?
She did a live stream
Hey, there's Kai. Hey, girl. Hey, girl.
last night and of course deleted it because she was running her mouth about everybody. She flipped out. So last night she said, "You've won for tonight." Oh my, sir, my abuser. But she says you won for tonight. Yeah, exactly, Stella. What's the competition? It's not a game. It's not a game. It's not a joke.
See, that's oh, there's that picture again. I'm so sorry. See, I think that's the thing with Chantal. She's a narcissist and she likes to play games with people. Not just people she gets involved with, like Natter, but she gets a big kick out of playing games with how she thinks she can fool people and manipulate people on YouTube. Like it really gives her a rush to know that she can manipulate the VIBs, her viewers. She'll do things, say things on her channel, and then she'll run around all night on Twitter and the reaction channels to see, did they buy my bullshit? Did they really believe it? And then she gets mad when we say, no, we didn't believe it. And here's why. We start pointing out the inconsistencies in her stories. Like she'll tell lies and forget which lies she's told. And then we start pointing out the inconsistencies. She gets angry. And then she starts raging and calling us vultures and, oh, you guys are stealing my content. Although without the reaction channel, Chantal, your channel would have died in the water a long time ago. Seriously. Because for the past 2 years, you've done nothing but live stream and you weren't even trying to be interesting. You're so lucky that you had the reaction community. They were reacting to you and keeping you relevant and keeping you interesting and possibly, like letting people know about you. But instead of a thank you, you're going to rage at us and call us vultures. You want to see what happens when a channel that once had a bunch of people reacting to them, they start going off and throwing strikes, and then the reaction channels say, nope, we're not going to cover you anymore. Look at your friend Amberlyn Reed. Everybody used to cover her. Now very few people talk about her because she's so boring. And now she's at the point where she's reacting to herself because, she misses the reaction channels talking about her. But yet she put herself in that position because of her throwing strikes. She did it to herself. That could have been you, Chantal. That could have been you. But we're not here to talk about Amber. We're here to talk about this one, this vengeful, wrathful creature that she has never heard the word no in her life, ever. I don't think she ever heard it growing up. She just doesn't understand that there are things in life, there are people in life that are not meant for her. And she just doesn't like the word no. And if you dare tell her no, if you don't go along with her plan, she's going to absolutely obliterate you. She'll tell lies about you and she'll use her own channel to wreak her wrath upon you. She'll use her channel to embarrass you, humiliate you, destroy you as much as possible, using the internet for one of the seven deadlies, wrath.
I have a Egyptian guy that I'm talking to now. So the Egyptian guy is very, is it like, I don't know if it's like all Egyptian men, but he's very fucking pushy, like bossy. He got mad at me because I didn't want to go over like yesterday. But he's so fucking hot. He's so hot. Oh my god. And then he sent me a picture of his nude body and I was like, I don't know. Like I kind of like him. Like you guys are gonna think I'm like so crazy. I'm not sick. I just woke up like just now. I went over last night. I spent the night with him last night and oh my god, what a night. Like so this is like the second meeting with him. I'm gonna be careful. I'm not rushing into anything.
I'm sorry. You know what? I'm laughing. Do you know why I'm laughing? Because she's over there saying that, oh, I'm not going to rush into anything. And yet she spent the night over there. It's Chantal, you went from A to Z within like no time flat. It wasn't like the two of you saw each other for 2 weeks and then decided to, you spent the night over there. You spent the night over there immediately. Just like you're talking to Salah, and rather than take some time and get to know him, what do? You're going over to Kuwait and you're allegedly getting married to a guy that you don't know. The definition of insanity is doing the same things over and over and getting this and thinking there's going to be a different result. So if you had one relationship where you were going too fast and then all this chaos ensued, do you think that if you meet someone in another country, talk to somebody in another country, you don't take the time to get to know them, you don't even meet up with them once, and you jump from not knowing this person, never having seen them in person, to let's get married? You think that's going to turn out well? Nah, I don't think so. I really don't think so. Nope.
know it sounds like I'm being like super like girlfriendy or whatever. He's not a skinny cokehead. He's not a cokehead. Jesus. I'm just having fun and he's not a cokehead. We did coke like once. So
No, 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 no. I'm not going to let you get away with telling that lie. No, ma'am. No. I'm going to remind everyone of the live stream that you did that you deleted, where in the live stream you confessed that you spent $3,000 on the cocoa. I'm sorry. Uh, if you spend $3,000 on the cocoa, that means you did it more than once because there's no possible way you can do $3,000 worth of cocoa in one night without, ending up in the hospital or underneath the grass. Do you understand me? You got on a live stream and you confessed that you had a cocoa habit, the snow, if you will. And even after that video, we saw different things to show that you were indulging in certain party favors. You turning the camera away and the sniffing sounds, you disappearing to the bathroom, you turning on the mute button, all that. I mean, just so many things, so many things. So don't sit there and lie to people and say, oh, we only did it once. Nope, 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 more than once.
I don't even know why I get on here.
And you know what? Since we're on this subject of the cocoa, that's another thing. Because of you doing the cocoa, it would make you into a total biatch after doing it. You had the nattertude. First you would go up the ladder and you were, like almost in a way manic happy, like you were full of energy and talkative, da 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 da. And then like a couple days later, you would just rage at everybody. Who wants to be blocked? Yeah, side effect from too much cocoa. So don't sit there and say you did it once.
Here and talk about this stuff. People just, I don't know. You just like, I don't know. Anyway, on the TV for coke. You guys are crazy. He's nothing like that. You don't even know him. So shut up. I'm gonna be careful. I'm not the same as I used to be. Like I know what I like. I'm not afraid to tell him what I want. So I don't know him, but I know him better than you guys because I spent 2 whole nights with him, and you didn't at all.
I'm sorry, Chantal. I had a long distance relationship with my second husband that I was with for 5 years. He lived in Cali, I lived in Florida, and he would fly from Cali to see me in Florida. We would spend 3 or 4 days together, and then he would go home. And then a few weeks after that, I would go up to Cali and spend time with him. And we did this for quite a while. But even after a couple of days with my second husband, I never had that feeling like I completely know this person. You're not interested in getting to know people. What you're interested in is seeing how you can control people, how to work your way into their life. Remember that video you did where you said, I just have to get into his house? You said that repeatedly. I just have to get into his house. I don't know why that was so important to you, to get into his house. But you made a big deal of it. I just have to get into his house. When you said it, it sounded really creepy to me. Like, what's the big deal of getting into somebody's house? Do you feel like if you get into their house, that means you're closer to them? That you're getting closer? And then once you get into their house, maybe you can leave your stuff over there and they can't get rid of you. Was that the thinking? I don't know. I mean, you just have your wrathful ways. You're like a spider spinning its web, looking for the flies to come in. And once a fly gets stuck in your web, you don't let him out.
He's not like that. He never asked me for money. He never even asked if I wanted any drugs. He never. I know some of you are concerned based on what I told you, and some people have just ran with that. It's not.
When it comes to scammers and grifters, there's ways of getting things without asking for things. And Class A grifters and scammers, they know what to do and what to say to get things out of you without asking the question. There's little manipulative ways to do it. I know because I've been around people that were shisty. I never did it, but I've had people basically put the moves on me, trying to get stuff out of me. Like they won't ask you to buy them things, but they will just mention in conversation needing something. Oh, it'd be so good if I could just eat a good meal right now. Or like I have to pay this and that, but I'll work it out. Like they'll bring up what they need and what they want in conversation. And they'll count on the fact that you're a good person and you'll get stuff for them. And by doing it that way, they can come back at you later if you got a problem with it and say, well, I never asked you to buy me something. Trust me, there's ways to get things without asking the question. And grifters and scammers like Chantal, like Natter, know how to do it.
Not what I think it is. I'm not the type of person who can be dominated.
What?
I really like him. I like his face. Sure, I could be with someone more wholesome or whatever. I mean,
She's saying, I'm not the type to be dominated. When you look at the live streams that she's doing these days with Sala and you see this clip, it hits different, doesn't it? She's saying, oh, I can't be dominated. At the same time, she's doing vlogs with Sala. And the Beezer show is now the Sala and Chantal channel. Even though it's her channel, his name is first in the title when it should be the other way around because technically it is her channel, but his name is first. And she's in Kuwait and she has to behave and she can't binge and she can't curse and she can't act feral. And if she says something out of line, she gets the dirty look and he's controlling her food. So she can't be dominated. Right, Chantal? You can't be dominated? Not at all. No, not you. Well, I think you're lying because I'm watching the videos with you and Solid, and it looks like he's in a roundabout way dominating you, and you're letting him get away with it just because he's a decent looking guy. It seems like if a person is decent looking, they can get away with murder with you. You'll excuse everything going on if they are attractive to you.
there's nothing wrong with him other than we dabbled in some bad stuff, but that was it. Like never again. And
Excuse me, $3,000 is not dabbling, ma'am. $3,000 in cocoa is not dabbling. And buying $300 in fungi. I have to be careful with my words because this is YouTube. In fungi, even Natter said that you bought $300 in fungi. That's not dabbling. That's you buying a whole lot of stuff. That's not dabbling. Dabbling is a little bit of this, a little bit of that. No. $3,000 plus $300. That's not dabbling. That's serious party favors, ma'am.
I can say that never again. That's not something I enjoy doing on a regular basis.
Okay. So you spent $3,000 plus $300 on stuff you did not enjoy doing. All right.
I went there no makeup yesterday. He calls me. He's like, "Get in your car. Come over." And me, I'm like, yes, sir. Does love stress anybody out? How come you didn't go to your boyfriend's house tonight?
Because he didn't want her there. She's sitting here in a full face of makeup waiting to be summoned. Yeah, how many live streams did she do where she would literally just be sitting by the phone waiting for him to say, hey, come on over? But she would just be sitting there just waiting for that phone to ring. makeup on and ready to go. And she claimed to be a boss bitch. I'm sorry, if you're a boss bitch, you don't sit and wait by the phone for someone to call you. I mean, if you're out doing things and they call you, be like, hey, I'll talk to you later. I'm busy right now. Should have called me earlier.
Because, I have to I just spent 2 nights at his house. Hi, Iris. So I feel like I need to be here, it's my house here. And that's like stuff like that stresses me out because whenever you start something with somebody, start having feelings for somebody, the less you want to be away from them.
She needs constant attention and validation from her partner. And when she doesn't get it, she considers it stressful and disrespect. So she's in Kuwait right now with Salah. And what I'm curious about is when she comes home from Kuwait and she's in Canada and she's away from Salah, how is she going to deal? Because it's not like it was with Nader, where they lived in the same place and she could just take a car ride over there whenever she wants. Salah is in a whole nother country. How is she going to emotionally and mentally cope with the guy that she likes being in another country and she doesn't know what he's doing? She doesn't know who he's talking to. Maybe she can't get him on the phone when she wants to. She's going to go bananas. But you're right, knock, knock. She needs constant attention and validation. And if you don't pick up the phone when Chantal is calling, she looks at it as being disrespectful. You can never give her too much attention. She's always going to want more. And she never stops to consider the fact that other people have lives and they've got things to do.
I like staying at home and just having sex all night and he's a chef. He can cook for me. Do you know how he feeds me? Do you know how erotic that is? How much mouth play we have in our relationship? The mouth is very sensual.
It's not when you don't brush your teeth. I'm sorry, I had to say that. I'm sorry. Listen, sensual play is fantastic. Okay, I'm not going to get gross or graphic here, but there's so many different ways you can be sensual and sexy and romantic. So she's right. I mean, that kind of play can be sensual and romantic, except that Chantal, you don't bathe, you don't brush your teeth. So that kind of negates the sensual romantic play you're talking about, like when you got that stanky breath. Sorry.
I'm telling you. He's not a feeder like you think. It's just he cooks something really, puts a lot of love into what he cooks, and the flavors are erotic. And it's just who eats seafood, and sometimes it's I don't know, and he'll give me a bite, and it's just
oh. All I can think about right now is all the live streams that I've seen through Gary Unfiltered, watching Nader cook and seeing him make those doggone smoothies where he put in the yogurt and then some lemon juice or something, and that's going to curdle the fucking yogurt. And I'm like, that's not sexy. That's just gross. That's gross. Ew.
Yeah, there's going to be cooking videos for sure. For sure. It wasn't a very good night. I'll just say that. Oh, no, I better not go back there. Oh, fuck. I don't want to get sucked in. I don't want to go into detail because I want to respect his privacy. He's not a bad person. No, sweetie. I did have fun, but we have problems too. And I have problems already. It's just, I was disrespected. Not anything super major, but I was disrespected in a way that made me uncomfortable. And I really, really thought in that moment, am I happy right now with the way I'm being treated? No. It reminded me of ways I used to be treated, in bad relationships. It just gave me that bad vibe.
You know what, Chantal? Can I just say this for you? if you ever see this video, if you're in a relationship that matters with someone that you care about and allegedly somebody that cares about you, rule number 1, don't air your dirty laundry. If you're mad at somebody, if they're mad at you, you handle it privately. You don't get angry at them for whatever reason and then take it to the YouTube streets and air your dirty laundry in front of everybody. It's not what you do. Like, you think it's disrespectful for someone to not pick up the phone when you call. But it's extremely disrespectful when you're just getting to know a person. And maybe you're having an argument. Maybe you're having a bit of a tiff, a quarrel. And you run straight to YouTube and start running your mouth. Is that the thing to do? No, it isn't. No.
And I thought, you know what? I promised myself I'm almost fucking 40. There's so many men out there that would treat me the way I want to be treated. So I'm not settling. I'm not gonna say what he did, Cat Queen. I just don't want to get into it.
It's not that deep. He didn't call her to come over. Right. So she felt slighted because he didn't call her to come over. Let's remember, though, that they spent 2 whole days together. 2 whole days. I mean, she can't even go a day without him. He spent 48 hours with Chantal. It's almost like a punishment. And 2 days is not enough. He spent an entire weekend with her, and that's not enough for her. And so here comes the wrath. Here comes one of the 7 delis, the wrath, because they spent 2 days together, and because he didn't summon her over for a 3rd day, she's going to get on YouTube and show her vengeance to all kinds of strangers.
No, we didn't beat me or anything like that, but there's some things that just bother me that I just don't feel that will improve. So, I've given it some time. I've told him how I feel. I don't know how to explain it. It's just the way he is. Yeah, exactly. I could see those behaviors making me fucking miserable in the future. And I did really like him though, but I mean, I don't really know him that well. It's just certain things in his behavior that are going to be problematic. I know it. And you know what's fucked up? He knew it, because whenever I first met him, the 2nd day, we were in bed and he was like, I don't want to lose you. And I'm like, what? The 2nd day. He's like,
you know what? I've been watching Chantal for so long that I've learned with Chantal, whatever she says, reverse it. And whatever the reverse version would be, that's probably the truth. So here she is saying that she was laying in bed with Natter, and he said to her, I don't want to lose you. I don't want to do anything to screw this up. Now take that version of her story and reverse it to Chantal saying it. And that's probably the more true version of the story. She always paints a picture of guys, oh, they're so caring of her and they're chasing after her. She's always got to be the victor in all of her stories. So whatever Chantal says, reverse whatever's going on, and you could probably find more of the truth that way.
I know I'm going to say something to fuck it up or do something to fuck it up. And I was like, nah. Yeah, he was right.
Well, I took the video down anyway. I didn't think I showed his face. No, a lot of people message him all the time and harass him. He's not really happy about that.
I didn't even say I was going there. I have something I have to do. I'm not stupid. I'm not, I wasn't born yesterday. Okay, I know what men are like. What? I don't understand what the commotion's all about. This man is like a snake charmer. Like I said, he's not my boyfriend. He doesn't owe me anything. What do you guys see? I can't see what you see. He says he never lies. Oh my god. Oh my god.
You know what? And you know what? I secretly I knew, and I'm just like, whatever. I don't care. I just want to go and party. Guys, I feel so stupid. Oh my god, I want to cry right now. I don't deserve that. Like, I really put up with a lot. Like, I really listened to him and like did a lot for him. You don't really know him fully.
You know, and that, listen, we're going to go back to that. That's important. We're going to go back to that part. Her little tantrum. Listen closely.
Party. Guys, I feel so stupid. Oh my god, I want to cry right now. I don't deserve that. Like, I really put up with a lot. Like, I really listened to him and like did a lot for him.
That's it. That part right there. Look at all I've done for you. I do so much for you. Chantal is not a truly generous person. When she does something for you, there's a purpose behind it. And the purpose is gaining control. Because she's not about love, she's about need. She wants a person to need her. And she feels by doing various things for a guy, if she puts him in a position to where he needs her around for this reason or that reason, that he will never be able to get rid of her. It gives her a sense of security, knowing that that guy is in a position to where he can't escape. She doesn't want the guy to escape. She doesn't want to give him the option to walk away. So she will approach a guy and say, "Oh, I'll help you out. I'll pay your rent. I'll pay your bills. I'll set you up with a YouTube channel." You know, a little black widow over there spinning her web, setting out the honey trap. "Oh, I'm Mr. Helpful over here. I'll help you. Let me buy you this. Let me do this and that for you." You know, showing her sweet face to the guy. And then whoever it is, if they're in a tight spot financially, if they need help, they fall on hard times, they might take her up on her offer, but that is the worst thing you can do with this one. Because the more you let her do for you, the more she does for you, the more control she thinks she has. And then if you don't give her what she wants, and most of the time it's going to be a relationship, she wants to lock you down in a relationship. You don't give it to her, that's where you're going to see that seven deadly wrath come out. You know, she'll start going on a YouTube channel and destroying you, telling lies, weaponizing her audience, getting them angry, getting them upset, getting them concerned, making claims against you that may not be true. And she lies. So even if they're not true, the fact that the words are coming out of her mouth at that moment, if there are people in her audience that care about her, they're going to be on her side. And they're not going to stop and think about, hey, this might be a lie. Where's the proof of her words? In the moment, in that emotional moment, they're not going to be thinking about that. They're just going to go with the emotion. And they're going to be like an angry swarm of killer bees that are going to come after you. You know, like she uses her channel and her audience to go after people she doesn't like.
You don't really know him fully, though. You know, just what I told you. Yeah. And that's why I'm here, because I did so fucking much, and all I did was get fucking yelled at. So fuck you. Fuck that shit. I did a lot. Let's just put it that way. We just had a very toxic, like, he was my boyfriend or whatever. I just felt like the more I did, the more, like, somebody would, like, appreciate it and fall in love with me, you know? I did.
Oh, there we go again. The more I do, the more I'm hoping that they appreciate it and fall in love with me. Chantal, listen. You can buy a person everything in the world. You can spend all the money in the world on that person. You could be the nicest person and make them chicken soup on a day when they're sick. You could do every good deed in the world for a person. It doesn't mean that they're going to fall in love with you. That they're going to look at you and say, "Oh, they've done so many nice things for me. I'm madly, passionately in love with them." It's not how love works. It's not about a certain number of good deeds, especially when it comes to someone like you, that you're not doing the good deeds from a truly, genuinely, sincerely honest, good place inside of your heart. You do good deeds because you're looking for an in into somebody's life. You're looking for a way into a relationship. You know, like there's a personal motivation there. You're selfishly motivated. And your way of thinking is, I'm going to do all these supposed nice things for someone, and I'm expecting a reward in return, a certain kind of reward. If I don't get it, I'm going to make them pay. I'm going to make them pay for me taking the time to do these things, even though I did them on my own. Nobody forced me to. You know, like you try to manipulate your way into a person's life, and if it doesn't work, then you punish them because the manipulation didn't work.
Things like, yeah, just like everything. Just like everything. Everything, like, just name something and I'll say yes or no. Everything, like, just name something and I'll say yes or no. Unhinged, man. As you probably guessed, I'm on my way back from Dom's. Want to be honest with you guys because I know that I'm gonna get so much fucking hate for this, and I know I'm gonna get so much backlash, and even possibly lose so much support from people. When it's good, it's really good, and it's hard to remember the really bad. Do you know what I mean by that?
No, I don't know what you mean by that. True trauma is not forgotten. True. Trauma becomes written in the body, thus creating PTSD and CPTSD. Trauma survivors beg, wish, and pray to forget. Yes. Yes to all of that. Whereas Chantal talks about, I've been through trauma, and she treats it like a badge or a trophy that she's so desperate to own and to claim. Those of us that have been through trauma were like, we wish it never happened to us. We don't look at it as a trophy or a badge. We look at it as something that we went through. We went through what we went through, and we came out on the other side, and we were survivors of whatever happened. But she is just so desperate to claim something bad happened to her. And she just wants to believe. Never mind. Let's keep going.
I mean, don't people deserve chances? I don't know. We had a really bad fight when we were like under the influence, way too much stuff. Went in. And
But wait. Didn't you just say a little while ago that you dabbled? I could have sworn you said that you dabbled, Chantal. And you did it once. Now you're saying you did way too much. So which is it? You dabbled, meaning you didn't do a lot, or you did a whole lot? I mean, I don't really need the answer from you. I know you were doing too much. I mean, $3,000 in cocoa, that's a lot, sis. That's a lot. That's not dabbling, that's a serious habit.
you had made like all good food. We talked, obviously. That's what I mean though. Like you share what you do with somebody and they turn it against you. Like I'm just living my life, people, and I'm just sharing it. Don't support me, I don't care at this point. Like seriously. I'm not even saying that I'm back with him. I'm just saying I went there to bring his stuff and we talked and everything. That's it. Yeah, I do think there is some good in him, and I know that things got really bad when we were coked out. Stupid. I know you're all shaking your head at me thinking, what a stupid bitch. What, I don't understand what the problem is. I've made my decision and that's it. Care. I don't, whatever. Everyone's canceled their membership. Fine. Like I said, like you can't fucking block me. Like if you don't need your, if you don't do this, I'm going to cancel my membership. Well, then fine, do it. If you want to stop talking to me because I'm seeing somebody you don't approve of, that's your problem. Why is that my fucking problem? That's why.
Okay, you know what? Knock knock. I am so glad you put this part in the video, because any VIB from Chantal's side that is watching this react right now, I would like very much for any and all VIBs that come over here watching this, please pay attention to what's going on right now. This part of the video, this is the true Chantal. This one. This one that doesn't care about her members. She doesn't care if you're a VIP. She doesn't care if you pay your $5 or you've been paying $5 for months. She doesn't care about anybody in her chat. She doesn't care about anyone but herself. Anyone in her chat that thinks that Chantal cares about me, please take note of the way she treats her family. Please take note of the way she treats her cats. Please also take note of the way she treats her roommate. These are actual living beings in her world, and she could give a crap less. So if she doesn't care about people and living things in her real personal life, do you think she gives a crap about people she can't even see in her chat? No. No. Those of us that have been reacting to Chantal, we've seen the real her. You know, she goes through a cycle where she'll be nice for a couple of days, and then she'll rage for days on end. And then when she loses too many members and people get pissed off at her, then she'll be nice again. And I don't know if anybody in her chat realizes this, but all of you over there, when she acts like this, you're all involved in an abusive relationship with Chantal. Because all the earmarks of an abusive relationship are what's going on over there. I know it may sound absurd, but trust me, it is. Just because she's not there in person doing anything to you physically, she's inflicting the hurt long distance using humiliation, degradation, intimidation. You know, 1 minute being nice to you, the next minute being verbally abusive. She said herself she's verbally abusive. She's confessed to that, and I believe her. She's an abusive person. And every time she gets in chat, acting up, raging, she's testing the boundaries of the members to see what they put up with, what they will put up with. And the more she does, and the more they put up with, the more she pushes back the line. This is the real Chantal, the wrathful, vengeful, selfish, self-absorbed, narcissistic, soulless Chantal. This is the real one. Not the one in Kuwait right now pretending to be someone she's not. This is the real one. And this is the one that's going to come back from Kuwait. And Salah's not going to be there, and this one is going to come back out. Watch.
I'm angry. Why is that my problem? I hate when people fucking say, you're pushing people away. You're pushing people away. Why am I pushing people away? They're the ones leaving me. I'm not doing anything. Miss Koki, that's right. I guess it's Miss Koki now. I just want to go home. I'm just going home. And I just felt this overwhelming feeling of like, I don't know, just a mix. I think this is just more situational. Like I've just been going through so much.
Okay, we let her found out all of this was because he told her she couldn't spend the night at the trap house. So she's absolutely losing her mind because this person who's just supposed to be a friend, he's not her boyfriend, but then she would just flip-flop saying, yes, he's my boyfriend. No, he's not. She's losing her mind just because he says, hey, you can't spend the night. It's not that deep, Chantal. He just said you can't spend the night. Just go home and relax. But no, she's falling completely apart. Can y'all imagine what's going to happen when she has to come back from Kuwait? Can you guys imagine what's going to happen when she's away from Salah and he doesn't pick up the phone once? Oof.
More than just mental health, you know? It's more like I wasn't hurt physically or anything like that.
Only emotionally.
Her insatiable need for attention is unrealistic and unattainable by any human. It's a very suffocating trait. Yes. Yes. She's got many addictions, but her number one addiction by far is attention. She's always needing attention. And she doesn't care if the attention is positive or negative as long as she's the center of attention. And with her being on YouTube and having an audience, there is no one that could give her the rush or the attention, like the equal amount of attention that she gets from YouTube. I mean, how could any one person give as much attention to Chantal as an audience of over 1,000 to 2,000 people in her chat? There's no possible way. She needs attention all the time. She needs attention from men. She needs attention from her VIBs, from her viewers, from the reaction channels. You know, she wants to be the center of attention all the time. And she gets angry if she's not. She freaks out. It's a very suffocating trait, despite the fact that it's not humanly possible to satisfy this insatiable appetite. She punishes anyone in her path that cannot satisfy this need. This is true. When she herself cannot even fulfill it, she transfers the burden to everyone around her. Yeah, she can't. It's weird. She wants attention, but she doesn't give attention to herself. And I think she doesn't give attention to herself because she knows there's a lot of work to do on herself, but she escapes away from that by diverting her attention onto everybody else.
I think I just like when I feel really mentally stressed out about stuff, I just need some space. My extra anxiety and everything, my mood changes when I go to be with him, and not in a good way. I want to give a sign. If I ever give a sign, call, okay? I kind of just left him in the street, like in a shady part of town, because I think he's lying to me. Okay, yes, I lied to you. I like call the cops. I have time to kill you before they get here. Yeah.
No, it's not normal. Side note, so you have been lying about him. Yep.
Yeah, that's not normal. You guys don't even know like a fraction of it either. Just brush it off as, well, I know they have an anger problem, so you could have had all this, but you're lying, abusive, manipulative. I told you I'm gonna talk about it. When I'm ready, I'm gonna do my story, so you guys will know everything. And so I know it's a bit weird for you right now, but just bear with me, trust me. Let me see if he wants to say hi. You want to meet Don? Let me see if he'll say. I don't know if he'll show his face, but if you want.
Hi.
Okay, one more chubby use for them.
Abuse.
Did you just call him Daddy Natty?
Chantal continues to accuse Natter and then defend him over and over. Sala, you need to pay attention to this. She used to be really tight with Natter. And then because she couldn't get control of Natter and she wasn't getting enough attention, like she just completely flipped on him. Pay attention, this could be you.
We really want to try to be really healthy. We are going to make kafta. That's an Egypt dish? I said I don't want to do the dishes because I have a white shirt. I'm not experienced like you. Foodie Beauty and Daddy Natty. Every time he uploads a video, 20 people send them their tits. I didn't even have one Natty this week. I'm losing my identity here. Nice makeup, but let's go eat. What a day. You guys had us all day. And I'm really glad that you guys are out there with your relationship. He's just overwhelmed with all this new attention, that's all. The food's on the way. Are you gonna go get it for us? Alright, time to get unready and wind down. When the food gets here, I'm eating, I'm showering. I've never been in a relationship. So fucked. But
You've never been in a relationship. Well, you haven't been in one yet.
so I can't leave it. Because it's also fucked in a good way. Maybe it's me that's fucked. I don't know. I get giddy on drama? No, you guys think that of me. I don't like that feeling. I don't like being told I'm a certain way if I don't realize it. It hurts my feelings. I make choices based off of emotion, yes. But not always. Didn't answer the phone? No, he's not asleep. Oh, end your stream and then call me. So I...
Oh, I remember this night. She was unhinged. I remember this night when she was doing this live stream. She was completely unhinged just because he wouldn't answer the phone. How dare you? Who do you think you are, not picking up the phone when Foodie Beauty calls? I mean, when you see your phone light up and you see her number light up, you better pick up that phone. You better just pick it up, I tell you.
I did. I called him like fucking 100 times.
100. I hope you're exaggerating. 100. You called him 100 times. You're blowing up his phone, girl.
On Messenger, on phone, no answer. Yeah, I verbally abused him. This is so childish. I give so much when I don't want to change, but I don't want
There we go again. I give so much because you choose to give. Nobody forces you. You think because you're on YouTube and you get that YouTube money, you can buy your way into a person's emotions. That you're going to own their emotions, that you can buy their emotions. You can't buy real emotion, Chantal. You can't buy real love, Chantal. Those are gifts that are given willingly. There are many things you could buy with your YouTube money, but real feelings and connection, you can't buy that. No matter how much you earn, you still can't buy that. But you're so arrogant. You think it doesn't matter if a person doesn't want me. It doesn't matter if they're not attracted to me. I can buy them anyway. You honestly think that you can just have anybody in the world because you got more money than a lot of people. No matter how they really feel about you, you can buy them and you can own them. And once you buy them, if they belong to you, you can't buy a person, Chantal. You can't buy their feelings either.
to stay the same. You know what I mean? I think you just want to talk to a bunch of people you will never meet who have your full attention. Yes. I woke up feeling like crap, anxiety, then I just tried to escape all day. I get a high just from being around him. I don't even need to be freaking do weed anymore. Honestly, like when I'm there, it's like we have a good chemistry.
No. You know what it is? He said, I feel high just being around him. It's the Chantal. It's you chasing the dragon. That seems to be a common theme with you. You chase the dragon. You're always chasing a high. You're always chasing a rush. And if you can't get it off of food, then you go to the cocoa. And if you can't get it off the cocoa, you'll go to the green. And if you can't get it off the green, you're always chasing whatever it is that'll get you high. Chasing the dragon. Always trying to grab hold of the tail of the dragon. And for the moment, Natter was the new high. And you were all giddy because there was this new thing that you're not used to. And it's different. It's a challenge. And it's something that you can't control. And you were up for the challenge. Can I control this guy? Can I buy this guy? Can I buy his feelings? And it took you over a year to figure out, no, he's not going to, you can't buy his feelings.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know how many times I'm going to go back and forth with this. Everyone's mad at me for what? Well, then I don't have to go live at all. Everyone can unsubscribe and I just won't go live anymore.
Don't promise that. Don't get us all excited over here.
I'll just do recorded videos and then just, just because I come and change my mind doesn't mean you need to abuse me. Okay? Like, do you get that? Am I the only one with a brain? Like, honestly. Oh, boo, you don't like somebody on the internet because you don't like what they have to say. Tough shit. You're offended by everything I fucking say and you're blaming me for having a hug box? Blocking you makes me feel powerful. So sayonara. Bit.
There. She just said something important. Did y'all catch it? She said, blocking people makes me feel powerful. That was important what she just said. Because there's no other area of Chantal's life where she has control like she does on YouTube. On YouTube, she has control. She's a queen. And when she turns on her camera, she's a queen holding her own court, complete with cast of characters. But when the camera's turned off, every part of her life around her, her house, her finances, her personal relationships, they're all in shambles. They're all in ruins. YouTube and having a YouTube channel is the only place where she can be completely in control and feel powerful. And so she's always got to have that camera on and in her face, because with the camera in her face, she can avoid everything behind her where she's it's completely out of control. So the control freak only has control on YouTube. But off of YouTube, everything's out of control, and she's always running from the responsibilities that really she should be taking care of.
I may or may not have made a sex tape. I'm just joking.
I want to say something. The reason I talk about Nader on here is because I feel like I'm talking to him.
It's called innuendos. Yep.
I want to give him a message and say, I'm shy, and say sorry when I agreed to not talk about you. And so Nader has a new video up on his channel right now.
See, and this whole thing between her and Nader, they were both guilty of doing this nonsense where those of us that were viewers and reactors, we were basically put in the middle of something we wanted nothing to do with. You got these two adult people in their 40s or close to being 40. Instead of picking up a phone and talking to each other, they were basically arguing and communicating through their YouTube channels, and they did it purposely just because they wanted views for their channels. But they were doing this back and forth thing of exposing the audience to all of their nonsense and then raging at the audience when the audience was saying, hey, we don't want to be involved. Y'all talk to each other privately. You don't have to expose everything to us. And then Chantal will say, well, if you don't like what you see, then you can just not watch my channel. How about keeping some shit private? You know, since you are in a relationship, right? That's the way it should be done. Keep stuff private.
And if you love me, if I was there right now, you would kiss me with all this chocolate on my face. Yeah, I know. He uploaded a video. Check it out. It's him singing a love song.
And there's the Lagmas. You know, the Lagmas that she's in Kuwait right now and she's acted like she'd never tasted a Lagma. What's in your hand right now, Chantal? A chocolate covered Lagma.
Nader's watching this going, oh, I'm earning every penny. Oh, I'm earning every penny. It's messy.
Nader is not here. I wish he was here.
I need to tell my story. I need to break this off to switching to, oh no, I love him too much. I can't live without him. And I was too high on drugs to really give a shit, honestly. I'm being really rough during sex, or he got mad at me like for something during sex, and it was like something really stupid that I didn't feel comfortable doing, like a position or something, and I was,
Oh, this is like too much TMI right now.
I don't know, anyway, and just like, and then we went upstairs and we had sex.
Sex? Do you find it scary? No, I'm serious. Buster, that's not true. He's not a predator. Come on. He's never like made me do anything I don't want to do, but he likes to be in charge. Do you guys ever have really rough sex? Do you find it scary? Do you think Natter's an asshole?
Yes.
Why?
I know you're not asking me, but I'm giving my opinion anyway.
Because of almost everything you've told me about.
What? Which is what?
He's controlling.
Yes, that's true.
The time he hit you.
He hit me. No, he smacked me.
The whole.
No, he didn't. He grabbed my face like this. Is that abusive?
I didn't lie on the text. I think I exaggerated out of anger.
I know what you're doing is called manipulation. Yep.
It's hard for me to feel happy, like I said, for his success, because I know that like we are very loving with each other, but like he's just very controlling, possessive, and I guess abusive. I wouldn't still.
No, what Chantal would do, like she would do a bunch of stuff for Nader off camera, you know, like buying him groceries, buying him food, paying for his rent, paying for his phone bill, getting him the iPad. So she would do all kinds of stuff, physical stuff, like to help him. Setting up a YouTube channel for him, filming his content, editing his videos, doing stuff to where he would need her. If the channel were to continue, he would need her help. but also putting him in a position to where, oh, let me just do like a couples channel with you. That's what she wanted. She wanted a couples channel, but that was also her way of trying to get control over Natter. Like put him in a position of, you do what I say and you make me happy, because if you don't make me happy, I'm going to basically just wipe the floor with you with my audience. In a way, kind of strong arm her way into his life and bully him, because that's the kind of person she is.
I'll be talking to Natter if my BBJ was Kurt. So basically, what happened because people are confused.
Kind of aggressive, because he's aggressive. Like he's a dom by nature.
Oh, shut up already. No, 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 no. Listen, this is another conversation for another time, but all I'm going to say on that issue is Natter is not a dom. He's not a dom. Maybe that's what he told her, and she's got some 50 Shades of Grey fantasy in her head, and this is the closest thing to that she'll ever get, but he's not a dom. No, he's not. He's an asshole. And a real dom is not an asshole. Assholes are assholes. Point blank, period. But, she's trying to romanticize whatever the hell they got going on with each other. So she's calling him a dom. And like I said, that's a conversation for another time. I've talked about it here on my channel, so we're not going to go over it again, because I know that that's a subject that a lot of people are not comfortable with, and I understand, so I will respectfully step away from that for the moment.
He's very dom and hi, J-Boy. He's very sorry to talk. I know I'm saying hi and then talking about serious. I'm sorry.
Nope, here we go. And Knock's bringing this up. I was trying to step away from it, and they stepped right back. Okay, so you guys can see what's on the screen.
He didn't make me drop the charges. No. I definitely exaggerated it by making it sound like.
I'm going to go over that part again. That was important.
Talk or see you if he didn't. No, he didn't make me drop the charges. No. I definitely exaggerated it by making it sound like.
It is forbidden to twist consensual acts into abuse when you're angry. Yeah, you can't sit there and engage in something consensual, and then because you're angry at that person, you're going to turn around and claim that they abused you. That's part of her twisted wrath. Like, make me happy, and the moment that you don't make me happy, I am going to punish you somehow. Even if it means the legal system, even if I have to bring the legal system into it. Sala, I hope you're paying attention. This one is so twisted and so wicked and so soulless that whatever the hell the two of you have worked out between you, whatever the deal is, whatever it's a business deal, understand that this one is full of wrath. You may not have seen it yet. You may not have been exposed to it yet, but it is underneath the surface, boiling and ready to come out. The very moment that you don't do what Chantal wants you to do. Maybe the two of you talked, there's some sort of business arrangement, and she gave appearances of, hey, I understand, it's cool, I'm not going to fall in love, we're just going to play act on camera. But Chantal, she's looking for her significant other. And you are her fantasy. And don't think that she's not going to want her fantasy to be her reality. And when you try to pull away, when you try to let go, as it was agreed upon, she's not going to let you go. She's going to get online and say all kinds of stuff. She's going to make all kinds of claims about you and make all kinds of videos. And your channel is going to get swarmed. I'm just saying, it's going to happen. I mean, she's got a history with it.
I don't remember even what I said, but
And by the way, Chantal, I don't want to trigger anybody that's been through anything abusive. I just want to say this about that. Abuse is abuse. And you're over there saying you exaggerated things. If you've been through something traumatic or painful, the truth is all you need. You don't need to exaggerate things. When you exaggerate something, that means essentially you're lying. And that's why I take issue with someone like yourself, that for whatever twisted reason you want to claim you've been abused. I don't think you were. I think you want to claim that just to have something to talk about. But you were never abused. Because those of us that really have been abused, that have been through some shit, we wish we'd never gone through it. We don't look at it as a badge of honor. You know what we look at as a badge of honor? The fact that we're survivors. It's not the trauma, it's the fact that we survived it. Understand that.
what I got a little beauty.
You should stay with him.
Fucking left him at the pharmacy with his fucking STD prescription, and his phone is here. This is my phone. I'm so done. You know how much shit I got for talking about him online? You did what you did. I'm not lying to people. You did what you did. If I don't remember, to me, it didn't happen. Like, I was gonna pay for his gonorrhea medication. Hi, guys. If you don't want to be here, you don't have to be. Like, I'm doing what I want to do with my life. If you approve or not, I'm not.
And you know what? How much y'all want to bet that when she comes back to Canada, if Sala makes her angry, that she's not going to get online and just drag him from where he lives, talk all about it? You know she will. The moment she gets mad at Sala and they have a blow up, it's going to happen. It's going to go down.
I'm different because you guys treat me different when I'm here. That's why. I never cried for anything. Because, guys, you don't understand. I have love for this person, so it's hard for me. You guys don't, and I know you're screaming at me and just like to wake up, but I don't see the same thing you see. You know, for sure this time, but like this cooking.
Oof. Oh, the music. Sorry. There we go. There's that picture again. That's a perfect picture of Chantal. That is an absolute perfect picture of Chantal. That is a good representation of wrath and gluttony and pride and envy. Like, that is a perfect picture of all the 7 deadlies combined into one person while they're engulfed in the element of wrath. What a perfect picture it is indeed.
Come get my stuff. So go, let me get my shit then.
Okay, in a breakup, if you need to get your things, both parties agree on a specific time and date to retrieve belongings. You don't just show up demanding things. That's true. If you break up with somebody and you don't take all of your stuff, if you live with them or you've got stuff at their house, then you agree to meet up at a certain time or a certain day. You get the stuff and then you go. You don't just show up in the middle of the night and say, I want my stuff. You just don't do it. That's not how you handle things, Chantal.
Where's my video?
What video?
I need my live stream.
I didn't delete your fucking live stream.
I didn't take anyone take their live down. I didn't even. Is it gone? I didn't notice. I deleted his live stream.
Oh, Sala, you paying attention? This one had access to Natter's channel. You know, she had administrative privileges, and she went onto his channel and deleted his live streams. Are you paying attention, Sala? This could happen to you. This one will come off like, you know, like, oh, I'm being mishelpful and I'll help you. And then she'll, you know, like she will get in your life as deep as you'll let her get in. And then she'll take whatever access you give her and she will wreak havoc. You don't believe me? Ask Natter.
Banker when I was
And let's make this clear. I am not a fan of Natter. He's a scumbag. And whatever karma he's got coming, he deserves it. But I think we're going to watch history repeat itself. Natter and Sala are different in personality, but the situation really isn't that different. It really isn't that different.
watching it on replay.
You chose it in that way to delete my live stream. You don't even ask me. I'm not happy with it.
You're gonna fucking lie in my face.
Are you gonna lie in my
You're
face?
gonna lie in my face.
You lied in my face this
So,
morning.
listen,
I deleted his live stream.
Yep.
Banker.
I don't like to lose my temper because I be bad when I lose my temper and I don't want to go there. What you did, you need to fucking go sit down by yourself, think about what you're doing.
I just want my CPAP machine.
Not with these people. You need to sit down by yourself, see what you're doing, think about it.
While you have wine with somebody? And lie to me? Where's my stuff?
Chantal,
Just let me go
Chantal,
upstairs
Chantal,
and get my stuff.
Chantal, I say one word. Leave.
I want my machine. I'm not leaving without my stuff. I came all the way here for my stuff.
Leave.
I'm not leaving until I get my machine.
Leave.
Nope.
I don't like to lose my temper because I be bad. What you did.
You know what's funny about like her going over there for her CPAP machine? Chantal has another CPAP. She's got two CPAP machines. That you know, they each one are in like different colored bags. So she has another CPAP that she could have used. It's not like she was going without. And there were several occasions where he wanted to give her her CPAP, and she didn't want the CPAP machine. She just wanted an excuse to go see him. And that's very reminiscent to when she was with BB, when she had to move out of BB's place. She left a lot of her stuff over at BB's place for over a year, just so she would have a reason to go back and talk to BB and see BB whenever she wanted. See, and I think that ties into why it was so important for Chantal to get into a person's house. Because if she gets in their house and she leaves her stuff there, that means they can't get rid of her. She'll always have something over there that she can contact them, drop by. They won't be able to completely get rid of Chantal. Once she's established herself there, like leaving her clothes or whatnot, you know, she can forever bother them.
You need to fucking go sit down by yourself, think about what you're doing.
I just want my CPAP machine.
You need to sit down by yourself.
For what? I didn't delete your stupid fucking video.
I deleted his live stream out of anger.
I don't. You even said so yourself. I changed my password. She has linked to my account. I don't. You even said so yourself. I changed my password. She has linked to my account. You're letting your. I'm getting Starbucks. Oh no, I gotta get gas. Sorry. You're letting your little minions get in your head. I did not delete your video. I don't have access to your account. Contact YouTube and prove it. Actually, I'm really looking forward to that. I did not delete your video. I don't have access to your account. Contact YouTube and prove it. Actually, I'm really looking forward to that.
I deleted his live stream out of anger.
You need to like lay off the drugs or something, okay? I don't know what your problem is, but you're paranoid. And the fact that you have $4,000 right now is because you have a fucking channel that you're earning ad revenue from. You ungrateful fucking prick. How do you know?
And how would you know he's making $4,000 unless you have access to his account and you could see his YouTube studio? You just told on yourself, ma'am.
How much I make? How much he makes?
E.g., his channel is under Chantal's account. Mine is under my own independent account.
Boom. So, according to Pete's, the Natter channel was actually Foodie's channel. And it makes sense because every month, Nader would have to wait for Chantal to give him money. If the money were going directly to him, why would he have to wait on Chantal? But it would just makes more sense. Why Nader would have to wait on Chantal to buy groceries and to give him money? It's because the money was going into her bank account, not his. And that's how his channel got monetized so quickly, because it was under her name. So, I mean, I got to give it to Chantal. She's not stupid. If that was her sugar baby, she was not going to let the sugar baby have access to money, because if he got enough money, he wouldn't need her. She made sure to control the money. So she put him in a position to where she could have access to him, and she set up with him with a YouTube channel and came off as Miss Helpful, and hey, I'll do videos for you, and I'll edit for you. You know, she set things in motion to where she set the stage to where he would have to have her physically around to help out. And she put him in a state financially to where he would have to depend on her. She did not help him to be independent of her. It was all about keeping him close to her and keeping him dependent on her to where he wouldn't be able to escape.
So that's why I need the month-long review.
Him, to help him do his videos, like to edit, I have to go in there, right? And while I had access with his account, the only time he's not going to let this go. When he thinks I deleted one of his videos, that's all he focuses on. Like, if he doesn't care about what he does wrong, he's not wrong at all in this relationship, or at all in life, period, with anybody.
That's you too, Chantal.
So, anyway. And yes, people who are saying, well, now she only wants to contact the police now because she's mad. Well, yeah.
Well, now she only wants to contact the police now because she's mad. Well, yeah.
She just said it. She only wants to contact the police now because she's mad. She goes, yeah, she admitted it. This was never about something bad that happened. It was about vengeance. It was about wrath. And Chantal, she's a sore loser. Especially when it comes to someone or something that she wants. If she doesn't get what she wants, she will punish the person that gets in her way of what she wants. This was never about trauma. Trauma was just convenient. True. Trauma was just something that she used to make money on YouTube. You know, taking subjects like SA and DV, putting them on her YouTube channel, triggering people that have gone through it. They feel empathetic towards what she says that she went through, and so they reach in their pockets and start giving her super chats and memberships, and she made a lot of money talking about SA and DV. A lot of people were triggered by the things she said. Her talking about SA and DV for hours, days, weeks on her channel. You know, she just, and she taught, this is something that she did multiple times.
Because I forgave you. You forgave me for talking about you online. I forgave you for all of the abusive shit you did to me. You don't remember that, right? You want me to list it online? I don't think so. He's not going to let this go. When he thinks I deleted one of his videos, that's all he focuses on. You don't get to choose how I deal with what you do to me behind the scenes. You do what you do, and there's consequences for it. I don't know if you know that. Like, grow up, maybe. We'll see. You are hanging out with
You know, I know this is a touchy subject. I apologize, but I've been through some stuff. She made claims that he did all kinds of stuff to her, yet she kept going back.
50-year-old. Why doesn't she fucking teach you these things in life? I mean, seriously. I'm such a fat ass. He's on his way to the courthouse. If he really is, I'm going to the police station right now. If you didn't do anything wrong, you wouldn't be so defensive. A bunch of words and no actions. What did I do wrong, Lori? Since you're so fucking knowledgeable. I mean, like, do I go to the like police station and like file a police report like for every single thing he's already done to me, or what? I know where his PO is. I can go over there right now. I feel like I don't have any like justice or closure, and I feel like a huge injustice has been done to me. So maybe I won't rest until I don't know.
You know, and her going to the police station, that was a really big show of her vengeance and her wrath. Because I remember that day when it happened. I remember the events that were followed, that basically preceded that. Dee Dee went to go stay with Natter, and Dee Dee had been there for quite a while, for months. And the longer that Dee Dee stayed with Natter, the more insane it made Chantal, because she was waiting for Dee Dee to leave, thinking that at some point she was going to leave, and she wasn't. And Chantal was getting more and more angry and desperate to find a way to make Dee Dee leave. So she decided to go to the police station, allegedly, and file charges. Although that day that it happened, what I saw was Chantal parking away from a building, did not show what the building was. There was no sign or anything. I saw her park the car beside the side of the building. She disappeared for a while, and then she came back. And anything could have happened that day. She could have gone anywhere. She could have sat somewhere for a bit and then come back to the car. I mean, we don't know if she really did talk to a police officer. It just felt kind of staged and fake to me. But still, the threat was there. Like, she knew that Natter would be seeing the live stream, so she's like, I'm going to go to the police station, blah, blah, blah. And it's not because of anything that Natter did to her physically. It was just because she wanted access to Natter, and there was another woman in her way. So she was pulling out all the stops to get that woman out of her way, to kind of scare her to go back home. That's what it was all about, like a tug of war over Natter.
I'm gonna do the police report online. That's funny. He warned Roman, I'm gonna get him hooked on drugs. Who gave me coke the first day I went there? I never wanted to do this. I never wanted to do anything legal. I feel like I have to do something. I never took legal action or anything because I was always hopeful that he would change and things would work out. I'm gonna go to his probation officer's office, taking action. So am I. I'm driving to your probation officer right now. On the way to got to know.
And that's the most disgusting thing about Chantal. The wrath, the vengeance, the fact that this one, when she wants to be vengeful, when she wants to be wrathful, she is not below or above pulling the legal system into her mess. Like, oh, I'm mad at somebody, so I'm going to press charges on them. I'm going to call the police. I'm going to get the law involved. Chantal, the legal system is not there. It was not set up for you and your vengeance. If you're mad at somebody, you're mad at somebody. But you should only call upon services that it's required, it's necessary. You shouldn't treat the police or the legal system as a joke or as something to, to exert your wrath when you get mad.
On the way to Gatineau. So after today, I'm not talking about him anymore because I'm going to, for sure, I'm definitely pursuing legal action. Actually, I'm glad I talked about him online because all this is video evidence, video diary evidence of everything that's ever happened. Oh my God, you belong in jail. You are a violent, dangerous criminal. Going to the PO office right now. You and Dee Dee better run and catch up with me. Uh-oh. You're fucking with the wrong one, pal. Anyway, I'm going to go into this police station and ask them where I can contact somebody's correctional officer. All right, I'm at the police station. Salvista Police! Okay, Kamikaze, that's the one that sounds familiar. Okay, I think that's the one. I saw the picture, and it came up right away in my GPS. Just wait, just fucking wait, asshole. He's at the courthouse having his relocation application approved to move to Montreal.
Like, all this stuff that happened in front of us really shouldn't have happened in front of us. This was crazy. You get these two grown people that are bickering back and forth, fighting back and forth, and they don't even have the decency to do it in private. They got to involve a huge audience. It was insane.
Yeah, we'll see about that. I don't know. Should I go in or should I do it online?
So this is the part where she was going to talk and I guess press charges. So she's parking next to a building. I don't see a name on the building. Chantal could have done anything in the time that she was away from the car. You know, she could have sat down, been on her phone for a couple hours and come back to the car.
Oops, sorry.
Okay, so that's the video from Knock Knock It's Karma. I'm going to leave a link for the description for the video if you guys want to check out Knock Knock It's Karma, because Knock Knock It's Karma does have some really cool compilation videos, including this one. So if you guys have enjoyed it, and again, don't forget to check out Knock Knock It's Karma. Leave a like and a comment on the video. Tell how much you enjoyed it. And thank you so much for being here with me tonight. And everyone, have a good one. Bye-bye.